Hi, and welcome to Psychology for Christians. This is video number 6 in the commandment series, and we're talking about the 6th commandment. Thou shalt not murder, kill. Depends on the version, right? Okay, well, first of all, the most obvious answer is yes, murdering someone would probably negatively affect your psychology and your mental health, but I'm sure most of you watching do not fall into that category. And if you do, I'm glad you're watching. Welcome. So, but guess what? You know, Christ talks about on the Sermon on the Mount, he came to expand those commandments to be a lot deeper than the first 10 written on the stone, which should just sort of encapsulate the concepts. They're kind of a principle. They're kind of this general principle, but they go a lot deeper. I want to read to you a quote from my favorite author, Ellen White. This is from Thoughts from the Mountains of Blessings, which is a great book. And it says, reports of robbery and murder committed were fresh in the minds of the people, and many were zealous, denouncing these evildoers. At the same time, they themselves were passionate and contentious. They cherished the most bitter hatred of their Roman oppressors and felt themselves at liberty to hate and despise all other peoples, and even their own countrymen who did not in all things conform to their ideas. In all of this, they were violating the law that declares, thou shalt not kill. And 1 John 3:15, it says, whosoever hates his brother is a murderer. Wow. Hate and murder? A same commandment? Now, I'm not going to say that, going out to kill someone is only as bad as hating, or even that hating is as bad as murdering, because it's not clearly defined. Is there a scale? We just know that evil is evil and wrong is wrong. So remember, I keep talking about a scale when it comes to character. That's really important. There is, right? Like you can be a little patient and a lot patient. I said that one before. You can be, kind of happy and content. You could be like ecstatic, right? Like there's a scale. But when it comes to behavior, there isn't a scale. You either do or you don't, right? So if you either killed someone or you don't, or you attempted to kill, your intention were to kill, but you're stopped, right? That's a very specific, there's no scale. You don't you don't kind of kill someone. I mean, you can almost kill someone, but you can't kind of kill someone. And so the question is, can you kind of hate someone? And I would say no. This is one of those things that is not a scale, other than, you can hate someone more intensely, but once you hate, that's it. You have it. It's kind of like you do have patience, but it might not be effective because you don't have enough. But when it comes to hate, that's a big deal. And hate can be disguised by so many things, including moral superiority. It wasn't right that they did that, and this sort of condemnation, this judgment, this, well, I'm not as bad as that. All of those kind of things, that can be wrapped up in hate. Excuse me. And I would say it's kind of could be a hidden emotion, hate. It can sit, that bitterness, under the surface subconsciously, and you don't really realize it until you've done some self-reflection in a certain area. And this is very detrimental to your mental health. Absolutely. It's totally connected to psychology when it comes to hate and bitterness. And it takes you on a path that's very difficult to come back from, because it just has so many advantages to it. Now, when I say advantages, I don't mean from a Christian point of view, but I mean from a human nature point of view. Human nature point of view, it has a lot of advantages to be right, to be morally superior, to isolate yourself from those who you deem to be evil or evildoers, because, well, I don't have to be contaminated, or I don't have to deal with it, or I can ignore it, or I get to criticize, I get to say my opinion, I get to say what I feel, I get to be impassioned. It gives me energy. Anger often gives energy. Anger is not the same thing as hate, but I'm just saying it kind of impassions people. And right now, there's so much polarizing going on out there in the politic world and in cultures. And it is really scary to see the hate on all sides and disguised sometimes it's disguised as, well, it's always disguised as right and wrong. That's what it's disguised as. Not always. In the political world, it's usually described that way. And we play this blame game because, again, it feels good. It soothes our human nature. And we can point to all kinds of evidence for our truth. But how we treat others and how that changes our hearts is very detrimental. There are some really important tools that can help you with this. Number one, obviously, is surrendering to God and asking Him to reveal it to you. Is, right now, when I'm feeling this way, am I feeling hurt and wounded? Which, lots of us get hurt and wounded. That's not the same thing. Am I feeling hurt and wounded? Is there something more here? How long have I been feeling hurt and wounded? And is that changing? Is that morphing into something else that is affecting my mental wellness? So I think I'll post in the description some links for you. They're free podcasts by Dr. David Burns. They're called The 5 Secrets of Effective Communication. And I think they're really important because in order to practice these effectively, you have to let go of hate. At least toward the person you're practicing them with. You could use these 5 secrets to those you like and then ignore the 5 secrets to everyone else. But if you were to truly embrace these 5 secrets and use them for all your communication, you would have to self-reflect on if hate was hidden away, part of your psyche. So I'll put some links below. It's feelinggood.com, pretty easy to get there. There's a podcast list, or you can type in the search feature, 5 Secrets of Effective Communication. You could also get his book, Feeling Good Together, and I will have a review on that shortly, or it might already be out by the time you watch this video. So I hope that was helpful. Please put some comments below. What have you learned about letting go of your own bitterness and hate, and how has it helped you? I'd love to hear your testimonies. So please be kind, because we're all real people. We are. This is a video, I know, but I am a real person. I live in Canada. I'm real. Real people with real problems and real feelings. So thank you for watching.